So, hey guys, Chelsea here. And yeah, this is my medal shop list for June and July. The reason I do 2 months overlap is because you should only spend medals between two medal shop batches. This means you have 2 months worth of units to look at. You can make the most informed decisions about your medals. And like if you wait a full month, maybe you pull a unit you want during that month. So basically, you should only use your medals during the few days where we have the current medal shop list and we know what's coming next. So that's what this list is. I've included both 6-star and 6+ units for those that have them. And the reason for this is that sometimes it's actually worth owning 2 copies of a single unit. And especially if you have a lot of the legends and you're starting to pile up medals, it's maybe worth to consider even buying a dupe just to get the 6-star form of a 6+ you have. And yeah, starting at the bottom, we have 6-star with no value. This means that these 6 units have a 6+, and you only need the 6+. There's no reason to also have the 6-star version. Moving on to the questionable value. And yeah, these units don't really bring much to the table, like special wise, support wise, captain ability wise. Like the most valuable out of the questionable tier RJ is like the Magellan. He's still the best abuser of toxic to rack up damage. He also does some healing, which has good synergy with stalling. He's also a very good stat support, so he's definitely a unit you should have, but poison just doesn't have a real place in the quotation marks meta at the moment. Sheik is also decent, especially his support. It's just that the units he supports aren't the best. Delucci is a pretty cool for Powerhouse. There's just better options for Powerhouse in general. The Boa, maybe if Boa gets better support, she just delays and does a minor attack buff. The Whitebeard is actually pretty cool, especially in PvP. And yeah, he's just very held back by his super high CD in normal play. Moving on to decent value. And yeah, let's say these are really decent. First we have 6-star V1 Duffy. And he's pretty different from the 6+, since the 6-star version is a different color. His support is a pure stat support. And yeah, he's a driven ore booster with some orb manipulation. And yeah, that's fine. Like, driven is getting better, so that's definitely something to consider. Then we have V2 Duffy. He's still the best what he does. Can do tons of damage if there's no normal attacks only, but that's still rare. And most of the time it's easier to just do that damage anyway without V2 Duffy. But it's still a very cool legend to have to play around with. 6-star V1 Katakuri, very different to the 6+. Can still be a pretty good sub. I actually also tried him out as captain and he's surprisingly good. He's also different colors, so he's definitely worth having in the box. Like, he's also a Katakuri unit, so he has a lot of good support to put on him. Then we have the 6-star V2 Whitebeard. He's fine. The main reason to have him in the box is that he also does damage, along with the attack boost and utility and such. And yeah, there are some supports that need the damage. Not that there's anything in particular right now that has great synergy with him, but yeah, it's worth keeping in mind. On second thought, I should have put him in the questionable value, but yeah, it's worth considering at least. Brook, still super unique. The only captain that can remove normal attacks only from the game by dying and reviving. Decent value as a sub 2. Has a lot going on in his special. Brook units have lots of good support. So yeah, I'm a fan of Brook. Hinoneko, they are mainly only run for their pretty good swap and giving buff for 2 stages. They are striker cerebral buffers. And yeah, they are especially good for like Doffer 2 and such, but yeah, they are pretty niche in normal play. You rarely put them on teams in general, but like if we ever get 6 plus for duo units, they should be pretty high on the list at least. Moving on to good value, we had a 6-star and 6 plus G4V1, the Quick and Psy Luffy, and yeah, they're mainly here for their support. They're one of the few supports that give beneficial orbs, and that just makes team building a lot easier in many scenarios. You definitely want to own both, and they can be put on like all the straw hats except for Jinbei, and that just gives so many options. Like you might only want decks to be beneficial, well, you have a Luffy support to do that. So between them, they can make any orb in the game beneficials. Definitely want to own both of them. We have the 6 plus Weavon Lucci. He's a shooter color affinity booster. It's pretty weird. He's mainly good value for his support that gives 1.5 times color affinity for shooters final stage. I use that all the time. It's so nice to get a quotation marks free 1.5 times color affinity buff final stage, and especially is not bad. It's just that shooters are still not that much used, and even if we have versus ace now, there's not much more shooters coming, so they will still struggle a bit. Then we have the 6 plus Cavendish. I noticed that I forgot Cavendish from the 6-star with no value, but Cavendish will definitely be there, the 6-star form. The 6 plus, I was thinking of putting him in the amazing value. I maybe should have done that because his support is just too good, giving a matching orb, attack boost, and orb boost to any quick unit that uses a special. I use it all the time. As an actual unit, he's not as impressive. He's basically a worse version of Luffy Law, is the best way I'd put it. So, but yeah, definitely worth owning just for that support. We want 6 plus We1 Katakuri. Like if I decided he'd be in the amazing value tier because he's such a unique and cool captain, but like if you don't care about him as a captain, there's not much reason to own him. Like he has okay sub potential, but it's getting more and more questionable, I'd say. His support is unique, but nothing special, like extra damage against delayed enemies. So yeah, like definitely get him if you want to try him out as a captain. Super unique, still super valuable, but otherwise, yeah, not much to have. Luffy Ace might be weird to having good value, but still, they're one of few quick strength units that can swap. They guarantee their own orb. They give a rainbow orb boost and some orb manipulation. You do units are just super valuable, and I definitely see them as better subs than something like Ino and Echo, for example. Finally, we have the 6 plus V2 Whitebeard. He's even better now when we have versus Akainu. Like, you maybe saw that I made a team with them two together. They had good synergy, so he's better now. He has a good sailor, like being immune to blow away is getting pretty nice actually. And yeah, just good to have great support too. Quite arguably he could also be in the amazing value section. Moving on to worth but high price, I have all the 400 medal cost units. I'd say all of them are worth it, like if you only lack one of them and you have a decent supply of medals. Nothing wrong with getting one of them, but like for Snakeman and Smoker, I still wait a month since they are debuting this month, of course, so we need to see what's coming up. But yeah, it's not bad to get like Riku-san or Kid, it's just that, yeah, they are 400 cost and they're hardly essential. Even if I do want to note that Riku-san as a sub in particular is super good, especially if you have the Kizuna rear recruit Akainu support, so good. Can orb boost, color affinity, and chain lock in one special, very good. And yeah, of course, Kid is unique too, and it's better now when we have each Sword 2. They two work great as captain together. Finally, we have some amazing value here. We have the 6 plus Bartolomeo. He's mainly here for his support, remove 3 turns of paralysis, but that's just so good. We don't have many great para removing support in general, and he's the only one that removes 3 turns. Can be put on Cavendish and Robin. It's used all the time. You definitely want to own it. We have Barton and Cavendish, which is still one of the best duo units on paper. It just sucked that they have been driven, but driven is of course a lot better now than we have versus Akainu. And yeah, they just have great synergy with versus Akainu since they heal with their swap, they reduce damage, versus Akainu wants to take hits. So if you don't own them yet, this is a great chance to pick them up, because even if we have a Capone crew coming that are similar, the swaps are still different, because like Border Cavendish still also get an ore boost with their swaps. That's just extra damage they can dish out. Finally, we have the upcoming 6+ V2 Nami that will come with the Kisna next month on Global. She is one of the best 6+ that has been released for like over a year on Global. She's actually crazy. She got a very insane buff, like they added buffs to her special, they added seed reduction to her special, and she kept all her good stuff, so it was just an incredible buff. Definitely want her amazing support too. I'd maybe even put her in top priority. To be honest, I can't imagine not owning this Nami unit, especially when she gets this 6+. But I decided to just leave top priority with Ryu and Duffy again. He's getting better now as a unit since Driven is getting better. If you have the Caesar support, that also makes him even better since he can poison conditional as well as poison. But yeah, he's still good in PvP. Driven will get better soon with new units. And yeah, his support will also get better since Driven units are actually getting better, since when you do Orb Manip, Driven units get an Orb boost. So he's good in like all modes. Support is good. You definitely want 6+ V1 Duff in your box. And yeah, that's my Medal Shop value list for June and July. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.